On this 50-point inspection from Urban South Brewery out of Houston, Texas, I have their Holy Roller Hazy Juicy IPA. This comes in at a whopping there is no ABV on this can. So I don't know how high of an ABV it is. Maybe I'll find that later on when I look through the Untapped. Anyways, I was down in Houston, Texas, actually not too long ago, and did not come across any Urban South. I didn't even stop by the brewery while I was there. And all of a sudden, here it is, shows up in New Hampshire. So it's first time having anything from Urban South, and definitely my first time having this beer as well. So Holy Roller Hazy Juicy. Let's see what it's about now. All right, pretty tight white frothy head. Color of the beer itself, it is just hazy. It's not like a murky beer. It's still, I can see kind of shadowy objects through it. But it is a nice kind of deeper orange coloration. And let's get some aromas here when I let the dogs in. This is a really difficult beer to pull. Like it's nothing is jumping out of this glass. There's a sweetness to it. That's about what I'm getting. There's a fruitiness to it. Couldn't tell you what it is at this point. Okay, so it has this. Tanner's gonna love this if he watches this. It has a gummy candy nose to it, so it's a sweet, like gummy worm, gummy candy type thing going on. So, like different kind of fruits, but very gummy like. Yeah, I mean, I could see like a little bit of lime, maybe peach note, a little bit of like a tangerine. All right, that's about what I can pick out of it. So let's go ahead and get this first swig in here. So cheers. A little zip to the back end of that. It's definitely got kind of this herbal spice note going for it on the tail end. I'd say it's the one's about a medium body, half to medium carbonation level. There's a slight cloudy feel to the body, or the mouth feel anyways. I would say like a little bit like an orange marmalade type note in there. Tangerine, peach, like peach skin. Slight breadiness with the malt. Very kind of the nose smelled sweeter than what the palate is picking up on. It's not a super sweet beer, but yeah, just a slightly sweet malt. Does have a lingering bitterness of mostly that kind of herbal, zesty, spicy, whatever type thing going on. Maybe a little bit grassy. Could construe that a little bit with pine as well. Just throw a little bit of touch of pine in there. There's kind of a graininess I'm starting to get now a bit on the tail end also. I had to guess what I think the ABV is on this, I'm thinking this is right around 7%. That's where I would kind of land it. That's what it's kind of drinking like. Yeah, 7%. And yeah, I couldn't tell you what I would think right now of what hops. I'd actually have to look at my chart and figure out kind of what I'm tasting, what hops I think are being used. But we'll see if there's anything on Untapped and stuff like that afterwards. But I'm going to go ahead and put down my score, and then also I'll look up the Untapped score, see if there's anything written in there about this beer. All right, we're back. Got my score. Roll down the whole scoring here for my 50 points. Got the 6 out of 6 for the appearance on this one. It's hazy. I like a murky, but it's hazy. It's what it says. It's what it is. Aromatics. Once I could start picking stuff out pretty good, things don't jump out of this one. So as far as the aromatics, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. For the flavor score on this, I wish it was a bit sweeter like it was on the nose. So landing this at a 14 out of 19 for my flavor score. Body felt was fine, 5 out of 5. My overall for this one, it's a so-so. This is kind of like a general store shelfie beer to me, as far as what I thought of it, the flavors and the aromas and everything in a whole. So 6.5 out of 10 for my overall. That's going to leave the Urban South Holy Roller Hazy Juicy IPA with a BuMpY 38.5 out of 50. Landing this as a good beer. And on Untapped, found some things out about this beer now. It is a hazy New England IPA brewed with Mosaic and Citra hops for all of us caught between best intentions and bad behavior. So it is 6.3% ABV. I said that I thought it was right around 7%. So a little bit lower ABV than what I felt it was drinking like. It is 60 IBUs. And as far as the ratings go on this, out of 28,541 ratings, this beer right here scores a 3.83 out of 5 on Untapped, landing it pretty much almost identical, almost to my scoring. So I'm with the masses on this one, but it would be nice to see some, more information on this can as far as a date. The ABV would be nice, and if they wanted to throw the hops that they used on there as well. But just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.